you know, I have the best job in the world. People say, oh my gosh, as a president, you have all this responsibility. You know, really my job is to be the head cheerleader for some amazing people and amazing programs. This is one today. I want to congratulate Susan Thompson, the entire staff, you know, Juan Carlos Reyna, one of our people who just happens to be downtown. You know, a lot of people, it takes a lot of people to put this in place and make it work for you. Okay? I want to do, I have notes, unless I lost them. But what I want to do is I want to talk about me, then I want to talk about you, and then I want to talk about HCC, and I want to talk about you. And first of all, I want to kind of see who we have in the audience today. If you're a current HCC student, well, let me do it this way. If you're an HCC student and a part of the Alief Early College High School, please stand up. Okay, if you're an HCC student, would you stand up? Okay, y'all sit down. If you're a vendor or community member, a volunteer today, would you stand up? Representing universities. An HCC staff member, wave. There's a bunch of them. These are the people. You know, the way it works when you move into a position of authority is you hire great people and then allow them to do great things and figure out a way to help them. Is that simple? Okay. I've developed a little wisdom. You know, they say if you're a plumber and you do it long enough, you get good at it. You know, I'm kind of like that plumber. You know, I've been president a long time and I've learned a lot of things along the way. But I'd like to talk a little bit about, you know, where I came from. I remember sitting, having a list of professions in front of me as a senior in high school, Garland High School in Garland, Texas. And it was, I had to pick these choices for career day. And so what did I want to go to? And so I picked high school coach and pharmacist. And it took me a while, and I had to look at the list. You know, college president wasn't on the list at that point. But high school coach and pharmacist. And why did I pick that? Because I thought that might be something I could do. I came from parents who did not have a college degree. My dad had kind of gone to college, but then dropped out. He owned a sporting goods store in Garland, Texas. My mother didn't go to college, so I was a first-generation college student. And so that was something that I thought maybe I could do. And then I remember also I did pretty well on my SAT test, and I had offers from universities in the Houston area, but I didn't see myself going to those big universities. That was not a part of my frame of reference. That I could see myself being successful there. So I went to another university, which was a perfect choice for me, and I did all three of my degrees at that university. It was a wonderful experience. And so, you know, so I went to that university and majored in fraternity and social life, and passed because I had to in order to be social. And I had a good time and went to the Army for a while, came back and worked on my master's degree. And I remember sitting in a class, it was a counseling class, and it was on phenomenology, and the professor was writing things on the board, and that's when it clicked to me that, you know what, this is interesting. You know, I really like this. This is something that, you know, I'm going to be interested in, and I'm going to pursue this kind of idea. You know, and that's kind of when my curiosity came in. Okay? That, well, I wonder what, you know, I'm not sure what I can do with this, but I'm going to pursue it. Soon because I'm curious about it, seems to fit, I intuitively know it's going to lead me somewhere. And that way, I began to build confidence. Throughout college, my parents wanted me to go to college, and they were supportive, but they didn't have any money. Okay, so I always worked. How many of you work part-time? Okay. My jobs in high school worked for the sporting goods store, certainly, from the time I was 12 years old. It's like a family farm. Everybody has to pitch in. Chicken Delight, I'd get there at 8 in the morning. They'd unload about 400 chickens, and I'd cut those chickens up with the sharpest knife you've ever seen in your life. Then we'd fry those chickens, and we'd put them in a plate because we delivered, and then we had a Volkswagen with the chicken on top, and I'd go deliver that chicken, and then at night I would come in and I would have to empty those grease pits and grease that floor, and it made me not want to eat chicken anymore, but I know how to cut one up to this day. So I worked at Chicken Delight during the summer and in the evenings, and then I went off to college, and I was Teamster. I worked on the freight docks on the weekend because it was union pay, and that helped me pay for my college. And then I worked as the night auditor at the Holiday Inn, where I'd come in at 11 o'clock at night and do the books, then leave at 7 and earn my way through college. And what did I learn along the way, and all you people that are working part-time? This really is ultimately about, it was for me and it's going to be for you, it's ultimately about you developing a 21st century toolkit. Okay? And that toolkit will consist of specific academic skills that you need in order to do the kind of work you're going to do. But it's also going to depend on you having the ability to understand the importance of getting to places on time, working hard, doing what you need to do, getting a paycheck for it, and just because you have said, I will work here, you sign on and you work as hard as you can. And you do a good job, and you work with other people, and guess what? It's fun, right? It really can be fun working part-time. You are learning things that are really, really important for you to learn that are going to serve you well in a 21st century environment. And so as I look out at you, love seeing all the women here that are interested, hopefully, in STEM professions, our future scientists, our future engineers, our future physicians, our future technicians, whatever it is your niche is going to turn out to be, the opportunity is here for all of you. It's here for all of you. So what I would say to you today is that the pathway, I didn't see on that form when I was in high school, college president. The way that happened was I worked hard, did a good job, went to college, completed college, went to work, worked hard, was identified as somebody who had a good work ethic, and got promoted, got in positions that weren't a good fit for me, moved to other positions, struggled financially, struggled personally, struggled emotionally, but kept at it, had tenacity, grit, kept at it. Opportunities came my way. They turned me down. Butch mentioned the AC Fellowship. I remember applying for that fellowship through Houston Community College, and this was like people from these high-profile Eastern, Western, Midwestern universities. And I remember applying. I went to Washington, D.C., went through the application process, and I was turned down. And so I came back and I asked my boss at the time, our chancellor, Chuck Green, well, what should I do? And he said, you should apply again next year. That's what you should do. So I went back and I applied again, went through the process. This time I was accepted. And then I show up with all of these people who would later become the president of the University of Colorado in Boulder, president of Seton Hall University, president of Michigan State University, and I'm with all these people. And here I am, this guy from Texas, from a community college. I talk funny to them, you know, and I'm not so sure. And just like every one of you sitting here today, thinking you're unique, and all these other people, and you're measuring your outsides, you know, your insides by their outsides, thinking that you can't do it. You know, I had those same feelings. A year later, guess what? I found out I was just as smart, just as talented as all of them. And 2 years later, I was selected as chairman of the Council of Fellows, which was the universal organization, alumni of all the fellows. And I'll be in Washington, D.C. to receive recognition for that in a couple of weeks. And that was in the year 2000. And so what I'm telling you is, you know, half life is showing up. Okay? And if you're here today, you're motivated and you're interested. Some of you, and I want to speak to some of you now. Okay, some of you have not done well. Some of you have not focused. Some of you do not have a good grade point average. Some of you didn't do well in high school. Some of you have difficult circumstances where, in all rights, you can blame lots of people for your situation. You know, it's just not fair. But today will be the first day of the rest of your life. You can make a decision today to move forward from here. All that goes away. Okay? You can start today and move on and move forward in a different way. Being responsible, being serious, and this is what you'll be judged on, not what happened in the past. So, how are you successful as a college student? Let's talk about you for a little bit more. What's the key to success in college? Okay, go to class, sit in the front, know your professor's name, look interested, study a little bit, do your homework, and guess what? You'll be successful. And the pathway to success is based on you put yourself in a situation, you're successful there, you get to move to the next level. Okay? You're successful there, you get to move to the next level. You're successful there, you get to move to the next level. So that's the key to success in higher education. And if you stick with it, and some of you, have difficult circumstances, you can't go, don't get overloaded, don't take too many classes. But, just stick with it, guess what, you pop out the other side. Okay? So all you have to do is what you're supposed to do today, and you can start your life over right here, right now, this minute. You can make that decision. You can write that down and say, today I'm starting my life over. Now, what options do we have for you here? See all those universities lined up, waiting to talk to you? Y'all are rock stars. Okay? You are the 21st century workforce for this country, for Houston, for the state of Texas. You're our oil. Okay? If we can't help you be successful, then our entire economy craters. Okay? So we are responsible for giving you the opportunity, and then it's your responsibility to take advantage of that opportunity. And so that's why all these people are here today. And it's not about wanting to or thinking about it. It's about you putting one foot in front of the other and doing it, and making it happen and having a plan and a realistic plan. There's people here to help you. We have our UT Tyler program. Do we have any UT Tyler students here? Okay. Future engineers, mechanical, electrical, civil engineers, going to go walking in great jobs. There's other university engineering programs that you can take advantage of. This one's local, and we are really, this is home, and we're really proud of that partnership. We have great learning support here for you. We have pathways from medical school to engineering to technical programs, and many of those universities will talk about technical programs, having a 4-year technical degree. Some of you may need to get jobs right now, you know, and so you go to work. You can continue on. It's not an either-or situation. It's not like you become a welder or you become a air conditioning mechanic, then you can continue on. You know, it's a good part-time job. So whatever's realistic for you is what you should do. But remember, what we're interested in is maximizing your potential. We want you to get to the highest level you're capable. And that may not be day after tomorrow, and it may take you a while. But again, what's it all about? It's getting started. It's not getting finished. It's about getting started. So I'm really proud of this campus. We are going to build out the West Houston Institute. Dr. Herod took the lead on that design, and it's going to be around experiential learning. We'll have a maker space over there where you can come in there and play around and make anything you want to. I think we're about finished with mini maker space in the library on the 2nd floor. And we want you to be curious. We want you to maintain that curiosity. Okay? We want you to play around with things. Work with your hands. Make it. Just try it out. There's going to be businesses where you can go intern. Where you can go work part time. You can even go volunteer if you want to. Say, I want to try this on. Will you help me? Hardest thing in the world is for us to ask for help. Male, oldest child, red-blooded, American boy. I'm supposed to be able to do it all myself. Okay, hardest thing in the world for me to do is ask for help. But that's what you got to learn to do. That's part of that 21st century toolkit. So that toolkit is work ethic, it's grit, it's being able to get along with other people, work with each other, I hope you team up in your classes. I hope you you ask your professor for help, but you work with your other classmates. You pull them along, they pull you along. If you don't understand, you go get tutoring. Not everybody's good at everything. So, you go get tutoring. You go seek the help out. We're going to provide it, but you got to walk in the front door. You got to take advantage of it. That's up to you. So what is your 21st century toolkit? It's curiosity. It's ability to get along with people. Ability to dream. It's understanding a work ethic. Getting there early. Staying late if you need to. Finding your niche. What is it that you really want? What is it that you would do even if you didn't get paid for it? What's in your heart? And so the last thing I want to say is that all of you, believe it or not, are role models. Okay? And just as people have helped you get to this point in time and will continue to help you on your pathway to success. You're the winners that are sitting here today. Just as you're doing that, it's your responsibility right now, wherever you are, to reach down and help those behind you. Those that are still scared about getting over here. Don't think they can do it. Little brothers, little sisters, family members. People are watching you. They're watching you. And it's your responsibility to say, you can do this too. Come on, I'll take you over there. You can do this too. So you always have a responsibility as you go through and are successful and engaged in working in a rewarding career. It's your responsibility to reach down and pull everyone else up as well. That's the way it works. People mentor you, you mentor others. So, In conclusion, what I want to say is whether you're a STEM major, whatever you are, lots of options out there. Be serious about your math and your sciences. But the main message is you can be successful, but the way you're going to be successful is one day at a time, okay? And if you need to start over today, give yourself permission to start over today. Dream big. Dream big. Because our country depends on you dreaming big and being successful. Thank you very much, and look forward to